Hey
Hey
babes,
babes, I'm Madeline,
and I'm Deja.
and welcome back to the Elegance Exchange. So today we are going to be talking about our summer self-care routines. So this one's going to be a fairly short episode just because I feel like all of this is kind of that, fundamental basic things, but shower talk has been crazy on TikTok right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've all been like, whoa, have I been showering wrong my whole entire life?
Right? Like you appear on Shower Talk and like they give you like eight
Like,
different steps, and it's like, dang, like I didn't know it had
I'm
to be
supposed to
that.
be doing all
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
exactly.
Like, obviously, you need to shower and stuff like that, but you're like, dang, I didn't know I had to do it on all these steps. And some of it's definitely the consumerism, but then some of it, it's like, oh, you might be onto something.
Right?
So we're gonna kind of talk about some routine, or I guess the routine that we follow, and then some products that we like. It's gonna be a little bit more, I guess, chill and like,
100%.
you
Just more
know,
relaxed and kind of like a.
just like a little FaceTime, like, you know, big
Mm-hmm.
sister advice. I don't know. That's what we always try and go for, but I digress. So, obviously, this is kind of a no, but like, you need to know this. But during the summer, daily showers are an absolute must. I don't care what anybody says.
If you do not shower every day,
It's,
it's
people are gonna know. People are gonna know.
we're gonna
They
know.
might not say anything, but they're gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you don't have to do a crazy everything shower every single day. That's not good for you. But you should be going in with a bar soap. That's something that Shower Talk has taught everybody, which I've done this for years, but some people,
You'd be surprised.
yeah, and that's no shame. But go in with a bar soap and go in with something other than your hands to wash your body, especially during the summer because you have sunscreen, bug spray, like everything's so caked on you. Sweat, you just need something that's actively going to exfoliate it off of your skin, and your hands aren't going to do that.
Mm-hmm. I use an exfoliating glove actually, and I love my exfoliating glove. Like if I don't have it, I'm like, no, I need to go and find one. And like you can, they're not expensive either. Like I get mine from Walmart, and it's like $3, and then I just constantly, replace it when I
Right.
need to.
Yeah, definitely don't use the loofahs. Those are a harbor for bacteria, and you don't want to put more bacteria on your skin. Oh my goodness, that was a bug right by my ear. But African net sponges are something that have been talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I have not used that.
I have. I love it because it
Yeah.
because it's super long. If you haven't seen one, it's like it has the same material as an exfoliating glove, but it's also like super super long, so that like you can get like most of the spots,
Right.
and it's really good. If anything, I heard it's a lot. It's definitely more beneficial for your skin than a loofah, like you said, because
Yeah,
of the bacteria.
absolutely.
Hmm.
I'm a washcloth type of person. I'll just grab a new washcloth before every shower. Um, and so it's safe to say I have a pretty good stack of washcloths. But yeah, and doing this does not have to be expensive. Bar soap you can literally get from the Dollar Tree, and it works perfectly fine. You do not need a fancy bar soap. I'm telling you, it does not matter. Dry brushing is also amazing because honestly, it gets all of that. Like, if you were not seeing dead skin off of you, then you're probably not doing it right. And like I
Mm-mm.
said, this is not for every shower because you don't want to exfoliate all of your skin off. That
Yeah,
would be quite bad. That would be very no, no, no.
little bit of some irritating skin and some rashes forming, but
Oh, oh, yikes! Don't even go there. But yeah, you need to get all of that dead skin off one way or another. And I know people have said that that helps with cellulite, and I know that's something that a lot of people are insecure of in the summer. I don't know the science behind it. I don't know if that's a real claim, but it might be worth a shot. I know it definitely does help you exfoliate because I use it. And then the order in which you put on your like body products after you get out of the shower is actually so important, and
hmm,
it's something that again Shower Talk kind of taught us.
right?
So body oil right after you get out
Mm.
of the shower, like, and I'm talking you like barely dry off, like you can still have water on you. Put that body oil on. Go in immediately with a scented lotion that kind of pairs well with your perfume. And if you don't have the nose for that, because some people, they're just like, no matter what I do, I can't figure it out. Um, look up. TikTok, like pairing recommendations. It's super
Mm-hmm.
simple. Or you just get a basic vanilla perfume or not perfume, lotion, because 9 times out of 10 that's going to pair well with anything you have.
Yeah.
And then go in with deodorant, and then this is the real game changer, dusting powder.
I actually don't use dusting powder. She said that it was, and she
It's
was explaining it to me
amazing.
actually.
You know what's funny? My grandmother actually used this, and I judged her for the longest time. And then whenever I got older, and then I started realizing the summer heat, like all that, I started using it. Amazing. So basically, it's a powder, and most of the time you want to look for talc free, because obviously that's not good for you to be ingesting. But I know some people, once again, have gotten, like the dusting powder from the Dollar Tree. Like, it does not have to be expensive. I use mine from Lush. It's the Snow Fairy scent. It's my favorite scent ever. But basically, you just pour it into a jar, and then you get like a powder puff or, just something like big that you can puff it on your body. And basically, what it's gonna do is it's gonna absorb all of that oil that you just put on your body, so you don't feel sticky. Because that's always like the worst
Yeah.
feeling, is feeling sticky and
And not like
gross.
that texture
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah.
And it's gonna add another layer of fragrance, most likely if you choose a fragrance version. Helps you seal in all of that scent. And yeah, honestly, it also helps with your sweat. I know there's some that are designed specifically for sweat. I just use a basic dusting powder, but yeah, truthfully it does help.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go in with your perfume, obviously deodorant too, but you go in with your perfume, and then boom, all of that moisture that's on your skin, the perfume automatically locks into it because moisture is what helps release the fragrance. You also always want to do pulse points, so like your wrist, your what's this called? Your elbow, I
That
guess.
that one part.
Your elbow, behind your shoulders, behind your ears, your neck, your hair, especially. Your hair is so porous, it will hold on to any scent.
I'm guilty of that. I always
Oh,
like to spray it
absolutely.
in my hair.
And then, like, whenever you walk past people, they get, like, a little, like, whiff of your perfume. It's beautiful. It's amazing. So, yeah, that's, like, kind of the best. So, let's see, I use the Shea Moisture body oil, and it smells like coconut. And then I go in with the Bath and Body Works 1,000 Wishes lotion, and then I use the Lush Snow Fairy dusting powder, and I use a men's deodorant because I think it works 10 times better, but that's besides the point. And then I go in with the Jimmy Choo. Jimmy Choo. I want to lay perfume, which is different. And yeah, so all of those kind of pair very nicely together, and it's not so strong that it's like if you get in an elevator, you suffocate somebody, but it's strong enough to like leave a little
A
whiff
little
whenever
whiff.
you walk. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's amazing.
And then like with me and like anyone else that tends to like work outside or like you're
Oh yeah,
like around foods,
every
like
day.
you tend to smell really really bad. If anyone that's I guess worked in that area, like you
Yeah, in the
kind of
service industry.
yeah, like you kind of know what I'm saying. But like I always go home because I like to go out afterwards, like after work. But I always go home and I always take a shower. And like I use my Dove bar soap, and then I go
Oh
in.
yes, that's right.
And then I actually really like the Bath and Body Works body washes just because they
They're
smell
scented.
yeah
They're
they
heavily
smell
scented.
really good. So I've been using the recent one. It's like some coconut brand because it's more like summery. And then after I get out at my shower, I like to use Vaseline lotion because you cannot be looking ashy and dehydrated. You want some glowy skin. So
Absolutely.
lotion unfortunately has been game changer for me lately. I like to put in some Vaseline lotion, and it's more of like another like vanilla, so then you get that vanilla and then coconut. And then I like to add on top my Gucci Bloom perfume because it's also a little airy and
Yeah, it's kind of
summery.
floral and pairs nicely with the coconut, and it's very, it adds a little bit more of a depth of like scent.
It's just very summery. Like you want to smell fresh, you want to smell clean. You don't want to smell gross and sweaty and outdoorsy.
Honestly, your hygiene is so important. Like, another really good, highly scented, like, fragrance is anything Victoria's Secret. I know in middle school, all of the girls went crazy and they would, like, spray themselves 50 bajillion times. But truthfully, it is really, really strongly fragranced. So it's great for, that body wash.
To this day, I'm still a loyal fan of the Victoria's Secret Bombshell perfume.
Oh, yeah.
To this day.
It's an iconic classic. Honestly, I feel like if you're not, then If you haven't had that candid event, what are you doing? I know that this was a little bit of a shorter episode, but it was an important one, and there's nothing better than it being like all hot and sweaty and gross, and then just going home, taking a nice like shower, doing your hygiene routine, and then like getting out and feeling so good and smelling so amazing.
It just makes you feel better because then
It
you're like,
does.
because when you're gross and you're dirty, you kind of like feel gross and dirty, and
Yeah.
you just like it like brings down your mood. But like once you're like fresh and clean, it's just like whew, like I can finally
Absolutely.
breathe. I'm fine.
No, literally. Truthfully, it makes all the difference. So, with that being said, we are on multiple different social media platforms.
We are on TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. Our most popular ones are YouTube and TikTok. We're always on there. We love seeing the feedback and the comments. They're always so much fun, and they always make our day.
Absolutely. So, yeah, like Deja said, leave us a comment. And I hope that you guys learned something today. And we love you, babes.
Bye.